Using the 1.60, I'm sorry.
I'm so upset. I used to have a stand where this phone was hold up, and now it broke.
Maybe you get one over there in the table. Got one from my mom.
I do have that now that I think about it. But meeting's already started, so.
So good. Tengo un hambre, I was so hungry.
Morning.
Morning.
I'm actually on the road, and I pulled over to a Waffle House. So right.
You got
so pardon me eating.
Okay, well that's good. You gotta stay with the meals.
Exactly. But I don't know how good the connection's going to be. So Alesia and Joe are my backups. And Alesia just got in, so welcome, Miss Alesia.
Well, good morning. How are we?
Hey, we're on our trip.
Okay, you're out there lobbying yet?
No, not yet. The lobby training is for tonight, and with the lobby day is actually start tomorrow morning. They haven't given me my schedule of representatives to speak to yet.
Okay.
So when I get up there, they'll be all set. It's through an organization called Rethink Energy. So they have everything organized, and I go over there and talk about the issues. Yep, I've been doing it this is my 6th year, so I'm getting known. Actually, I'm pretty. I don't know if I'd say well known, but I'm recognized. What am I looking for? And then I made you co-host.
Okay.
So that way, if anything ever goes out, you'll have that all set.
Sounds like a plan.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm trying to get my presentation ready and going.
Mm-hmm. All right. So anybody have any announcements?
No.
All right. Well, I have one. So starting next month, we have the advertising campaign with 95.7, Sugar 95.7. So people that want to participate in that, we have an opportunity that you can go in and sit down with the show host for about, I think it's a 20-minute interview, talking about your business and DC networking. So now that's going to be an enhancement to our regular dues. So, excuse me, everybody that'd like to join that, it'd be an extra $25, split between us. So dues next month would be $75 for the companies that want to participate in that. And then otherwise the dues stay at $50 a month.
So the advertising, Clifford, is one person per month. How does the advertising work?
Well, this is a trial month.
Okay.
So they're going to give us, I think it's 2 interviews a week. So there's 8 spots for us to come by and talk about our business and DC networking.
Okay. And we're rotating that. That's every month we get 2 interviews.
Well, which right now it's just 1 month, and we're going to see how it works, how well it does, what kind of response we get.
Okay. I
But
got
for
it.
this month, each business can come by and do an interview starting in April.
Okay.
So that way we get a chance to tell people about our business, reach out to the community, and build more.
Okay. And how will we let you know that we want to be charged or sent the invoice for the 175 versus 50?
Right. That is, I imagine I'll just send out an email to the members and you just respond to that as far as what they'd like to do, and we'll go ahead and go from there.
Okay. And is that contractual as far as it goes on? it's, you can,
Right now, it's 1 month. And if something that works and does well for us, we'll continue on from there. And then we'll set up for a year to go.
okay. So
'Cause-
what I guess I'm asking, somebody needs to be muted. They muted, okay.
That's
So
probably,
what I'm asking is whether or not a person can decide month to month, or is it something that they need to commit to for a year? So if it's going to be 8 spots for interviewing, once everyone, we don't know how many we have that will participate, but once the participation has been determined, we may have 9 people who want to participate. So if we only do it for that 1 month, someone's going to miss unless we do say the 2, Kai and Ebony, because their business aligned, could do one interview together to show not only the camaraderie that we have within the network, is how we also work together, because there are only 8 spots. So I'm just trying to figure out all the logistics in case we are 10 in and we only got 8 interview spots. And I don't know how long the interviews are, but this is a trial month, so I'm gonna save my question.
right. So as of right now, it should be everybody gets a spot. We'll see if we get an overlap, I'll sacrifice my spot for somebody else just so that we can get everybody through and rotated in.
Yeah.
But it's the trial right now, and we'll see how well it does to see what we do for next month and see what we have to do for coordination from there. But overall, it'll be a 20-second announcement of DC networking that's played 5 days a week. So that way we'll get advertisement on that. And the interview, bless you, yes. And then the interviews as the bonus.
Okay.
All right. So we'll see how it goes. So those that want to participate in that, I'll put together an announcement, and then people can respond to that email, yes, no, if they're in or not. And then we'll go ahead and change the invoices from there. All right.
I got
So
it.
perfect. So I'm excited to see how it goes. We're gonna be on the radio.
I don't like my voice, so I don't know if I want to be on the radio. You
Your
know,
voice is
you are your own best critic. At least I am. Most I am. You know, and when I hear myself play back on presentations that I do or recordings, it's like, that sound like that, but it's how I sound. I mean, it's how
You
I
have a
sound.
unique voice. Good morning, y'all.
That's a
Morning,
nice
morning.
way of putting it.
No, you have a beautiful voice. Everybody got their own tone, their own sound, their own soul, and you have what God has given you, which is a beautiful thing.
It's the exact same thing I would tell someone else, but I get it. I'm just saying.
Stop hating on yourself. Love
Yes,
yourself.
sir. Yes, sir. I have a most beautiful voice, and I can sing like the angels.
Yes, there you go.
I'm gonna tell myself that every day.
Perfect. All right. Anybody else have any other announcements?
We have a business expo happening next month. Everybody should be a part of.
Oh, thank you for mentioning that, Wes. So definitely the business expo that we do have next week, starting at the. Well, actually, go ahead, Wes. You go ahead and give a shout out for it.
All right. So the Rotary Club and Cliff and I have gotten together to put together Lehigh Acres Business Expo for the community, so we can actually start doing things on the ground with people, to bring more awareness to what we're doing, but also shine light to the businesses that's out there in the community. And then that's just another angle for us to do what we do as DC Network, which is network with the community and build up what we're doing.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'll include the flyer
Okay.
in that announcement. Pardon me, Wes. Thank you for reminding me, because I forgot to even
What's the
mention that.
date
Put it
of it,
into
Phil?
the input.
I'm not Phil. I don't know why I'm thinking about Philip. What's the date of it, Clifford?
April
27th.
27th.
27. And the vendor spots are open?
Yep. Open spots,
All the
$100 a
information on the
table.
flyer? $100 a table?
let's.
So you're gonna send a flyer out on that?
Yes, I'm gonna send the flyer out via the agenda. I should have included it on the last one, but I'll go ahead and throw out a special one.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And
It's gonna be a major event. We got Cliff Mitchell coming out.
right. And so we got that coming up. And we do want to welcome our newest member, Ms. Myrtle October. And I was already went through the radio ad. So it's gonna be starting next month. And we've got the vocal spot put together. And we worked on that a little bit last night to get it down for time. Because the big thing is got to fit in that 26 seconds, I think it is, block of time that they can say in between there. So we got that going in order. So let's go ahead and if there's no other announcements, we'll go ahead and do our introductions. And just as well, excuse me. Let me first start off by saying DC Networking itself is a Black business business networking group, and we're focused on building community development, doing business focus through community involvement. I've got to work on that flow. My apologies, everyone.
It's all over.
All right. So I need to write it down. All right. So welcome to DC Networking. We're a Black business networking group focused on business development and community involvement. What we're doing is connecting Black businesses so that way we can actually work on making sure that Black dollar moves within the community. So welcome all of you here. We'll go into as a group, we do have varying rotating agendas for each meeting. So this week we're actually focusing on a showcase where we showcase one of our members. So I'll start with our introductions. So good day. My name is Clifford T. Mitchum. I am known as Mr. Sunshine. I am the solar guy of our group with Crew SWFL Solar. Electricity prices are going through the roof. So protect yourself, protect your family, protect your home by running it on Sunshine. Send your friends, family, and everyone you know my direction, and I'll get them running on Sunshine. Now I want all of you to go forth and spread some sunshine. Miss Alesia, you want to go next? And then you call on the next person after you.
All right, I am Alesia C. Dickerson. I am ambitiously leading the way, empowering dreams of debt-free flexibility, and yes, driving free cars. That's it, free cars. Success is my secret sauce that I am taking my team to the top with. I am all in booking, selling, coaching, and sharing an amazing opportunity. I am your skincare and cosmetics seat here. I will leave no face left behind, as how old you are is definitely your business. How old you look is my business, and I'm passing it over to Kai.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Kai. I am your real estate broker associate in the Southwest Florida area. If you want it, I want it for you, because I am here for all your real estate needs.
Who's going next, Kai?
Wes.
All right, this is Wes Musignac of the Kingdom Press newspaper, which is providing striking news of our time, but also bringing awareness to our community so we can shine light on the talent that's there, so we can finally dictate our narratives, and also provide resources for everyone that has a household, which is their kingdom. We want to live within your kingdom so we can grow together and build the ultimate kingdom, which is our kingdom. So that is striking. That is the Kingdom Press with the striking news of our time. And I got to perfect that intro as well, Cliff.
Who's next?
I'm going to go with Murder October. Okay, I'm gonna go with.
Hey, I'm here. Just needed a second. So I'm getting a spot to do what y'all were doing? Because I don't think I haven't.
Yep.
I can say something, but it won't be as good and crisp as everyone
Oh,
else.
please.
Hey, this
Give
is
us
the
what you
time to
got.
practice.
This is where we practice.
You're good on your feet. Stop doubting yourself.
Okay. So my name is Myrtle October. I wear many hats, but my main hat right now, which will lead you to the other hats, is that I have a promotion for Suga 95.7 FM. Miss Melanin Lunch Mix 11 to 3 promotional opportunities. Rocking it today, you see. Reach me on social media platforms, Myrtle October, everywhere. And I want to help you make your brand known and your business known. And I want to help support you so you be everything you need to be. I don't know. Bye.
Like the ending. I'm out. Is there anybody
I'm
else?
out. Adios.
Perfect. Thank you, Myrtle. And
iPhone. Who's iPhone?
that's Joe, our
Oh.
president.
Prez.
Good morning. This is Joe Simmons with All Around Promotions. A good referral for us is graduation time coming up within the next month or so. It's a very busy time for us. If you know anyone that's graduating high school, college, or even middle school, send them our way. All Around Promotion, your #1 hotspot for all your promotional needs. Guys hear me?
Yeah, we heard you.
Okay.
I don't know if Clifford is. I have to go back. Okay.
I think I cut out a little bit, so it was a little choppy for me. All right. Well, nonetheless, with our introductions, thank you everyone for doing that. So the key thing about that is you want to introduce yourself, introduce your business, say what your best referral will be, close out with your tagline. That's a simple formula, those 4 steps. We'll work on it, Myrtle, get it smoother. Wes, you know the game. We'll just get all those marbles out. Kai, you did lovely. Miss Alesia, yours is always down pat. And Joe, we know about Mr. T-shirt. All right. So moving from here, we go into our book review or our book club. And the book we're going over is The Success Principles by Jacque Canfield. We're on principle 24, which is exceed expectations. That is at 9 hours, 17 minutes, and 48 seconds for those of you following along on YouTube. So in particular, what this principle focuses on is exceeding what you're expected to do, right? Exceeding helps you stand out to your clients, builds your own personal confidence, and helps you achieve more. It's the people that are willing to wear multiple hats like Myrtle that learn the skills that they can go ahead and take and build on what they have. I talked to people that, in particular, there was a young lady working at a restaurant. She's working behind the bar, transferred from running tables. She was complaining that she doesn't make as much money in the bar. And I explained to her that she's focusing on the wrong thing. When she's in the bar, she's learning the skills that she can go ahead and take to somewhere else and work at another bar on the weekends and get hundreds of dollars a night. I know there's people at special events like Biketoberfest in Daytona, they'd walk out with $1,000 a weekend just because they were able to run bar. And on busy bars, they were getting $1,000 a night. But they had to learn the skill of bartending just to be able to get that opportunity. So it's focusing on what you learn from it, not how much you're necessarily getting right now. And it's all about the skills you have that are going to take you to other places. And I look at people that want $15 an hour, $20 an hour to be a cashier. No offense to any of those people, they do work hard, but that is a skill, that is a particular skill that many people can learn quickly and easily compared to somebody that's a mechanic, somebody that's driving truck as a CDL, somebody that's a welder that gets $75 an hour. So why focus on just getting $20 an hour, $15 an hour, where you can learn the skills that can bring you significantly more? Focus on the skills you have to take you to places that you want to be. That's the key thing. And then also that the success principles went over. The key thing about that was, when you do more than you're paid to do, you will soon get paid more for what you do. It's all about building value. You want to build value in yourself, and the way you build value is by building skills. That's what you take somewhere. The way you move more product is having value built into the product. The way you move more services is having people value the services. Why do people buy luxury brands? It's not necessarily because it's the quality of the material is truly anything more significant than another product. You can get a knockoff Louis bag that is literally from the same place that Louis bags are manufactured, but the knockoff doesn't have the brand logo. And that's what gives it a value and why it sold for $1,000 instead of just $100. It's building the value in the brand, building the value in yourself. And that comes through exceeding expectations. When, for those of you that listen to the book, it's talking about how the Four Seasons Hotel itself goes above and beyond when it's asked for something to do. You ask for direction somewhere, they don't just tell you, oh, it's down there on the right, and then make 2 lefts. They walk you to that point. They do the extra mile. They do the extra things more than expected. So on that idea and that concept, who has more to add? Come on.
As a business model, I think that we all should be doing more than expected, because we all have a perception in the community, in the business world, of what we do. But as we are branding ourselves, I think it's important that we put that extra stamp, so I can say within the Fort Myers, Estero, Bonita Springs, there are hundreds of beauty consultants, but many of them don't do what I do, and you don't get to experience what I do unless you have encountered me and what it is that I do in my business. So I think regardless of where we are, we have our own experiences. I would say for Kai, and I'm saying Kai because I see her on the phone, Kai, Joe, all of us have something that we uniquely bring that sets us apart from our competitors. And that's Walmart. You can have 2 different Walmarts, and the experience at one is totally different. Some people say, oh, I'll never go to that Walmart. They're just da 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 da. And like, oh, my favorite one is this. They're so welcoming. The people are always smiling, and they actually help you. I don't know if you guys have seen the TikToks that they do on Walmart versus Target, where you're in Walmart and people just kind of do, where is so-and-so? I don't know. Because that's what they think they get from Walmart. So you go to Target and say, oh, can you show me or tell me where so-and-so is? And the person will take you to what it is that you're looking for. And so it's more, they wear their red, and yes, Walmart wears their blue, but you see all types of blues, and, there is an expectation. So I think that when the owner or the franchisee or whoever puts an expectation on its people, it comes to pass that they surpass others. As a beauty consultant, I have an expectation that I put on myself, so it surpasses what someone would get. And I'm not saying that they're not unique in what they do. It's just that I go above and beyond to surpass what others are doing because of how I educate in skincare. I'm not. I think we all should be doing that.
Give a peerless, that's like a peerless experience.
Yeah.
Like none of your peers can offer what you can offer, and they can't find it anywhere else. They have to come to you for that peerless experience.
Yep.
I was gonna add that I do think it's very important to set yourself apart from your other fellow associate, I call them, because they're not competing with me. I'm in my own lane. One thing that I do for my closings, if anybody decides to close with me, is I give you a celebration experience for closing. So I had a closing yesterday, and we got to pop some champagne. So I'll just tell you that little nugget. So I just think it's just great to take it above and beyond from what your associates are doing, so your customer can feel very special.
Congratulations on that. I know it's always
so I can pop
so much
bubbles.
time between closings. So whenever you get one, it's always a huge relief. And remember budgeting. That's makes everything last that. But congratulations on that. Pardon me, Alesia, go ahead.
That makes me want to close so I can pop some bubbly. I don't remember bubbly at my closings, none of them. But I think that's a good thing.
Most agents don't even go to their closings. They just wait for the text.
Yeah.
It's an experience. It's an experience some people only get once in a lifetime, if that. So yeah, that's
Right.
pretty dope.
Right.
So perfect. All right. So anybody have any more additions to the success principles for exceeding expectations? All right. Other than that, this week is our showcase week. So our showcase is for Miss Alesia C. Dickerson's of Bold Dreamers with Mary Kay Cosmetics. She and her wonderful husband, retired Colonel Barry Dickerson, have been in the Fort Myers area for what's 17 years?
8 years now.
Oh, only 8 years. Pardon me. For some odd reason, I want to throw a decade on there. But
Oh no, that means we're we just old.
no, I'll be good. Not do that. And they have 2 lovely children, right? Ayana. And I forget
Don't tell all
your
my presentation, Clifford. I did some work.
Oh, pardon me. Oh, I was trying to make sure that I knew you and
You're
all
doing
this
a
time we
great
spent
job,
together.
but I'm like, okay, then I'm gonna skip that slide. Then after a while, all my slides gonna go.
Oh. No, but everybody, make sure you spend some time outside of these networking so you can get to know Miss Dickerson better than even I know her. So I'll go ahead and hand it over to you and go ahead and do your showcase. Thank you.
I'm sharing from a different computer, so I hope that there. Can you guys see that? Okay, so as Clifford said, I'm Alesia C. Dickerson, and I am an independent sales director with Mary Kay. And this is my amazing, wonderful family. Yes, I am married to the most wonderful Barry C. Dickerson. He is retired from the military of 30 years. Sorry, we did 32, but I'll tell you about military and stuff later. And we do have 2 amazing young adults, and they are truly amazing in their own right. We have Brennan, who is 29, soon to be 30, and Alana is 25, soon to be 26. So I have 2 getting ready to celebrate birthdays, and we are the Dickersons, where we always have believed that our family teamworks make our dreams work. And that's one of the reasons that I started my Mary Kay business, because once I came into Florida, Barry had just retired from the military. I was a stay-at-home mom. I homeschooled the kids. I was the family CEO. Everything the family needed, I was there, and it was my delight. I loved it. I'm not that stay-at-home mom that just went, these kids need to go to school, because I homeschooled them because I could have more time. Alana graduated from high school a year early. I truly wanted her to take a gap year. She said, no, ma'am, I'm going to college. And then I said, I can come with you. And she said, no, ma'am, I'm going by myself. So Barry and I settled here in Fort Myers, where she went off to college and soon realized, well, maybe I do want you close. By that time, I was like, no, girlfriend, I'm enjoying the sun. She was in northern Alabama, where there was cold evenings. So I wasn't trying to get to where she was, but we visited often, and she came home. And it was a great experience for both of us, because like I said, being in the military, I basically knew my children, my military community, and all the things that went with that. And I had promised Barry, when we decided that I would be a stay-at-home mom, that once the last one left, I would go and get a real job. But those who do stay at home, it is a real job. I think I should get paid. Actually, one year, my payment for educating the kids was my Mini Cooper. So I did get paid. So it wasn't like I didn't get compensated for the hard work that I had done. So we moved here to Southwest Florida in 2014, where I had gone out, did the resumes. Prior to coming here from Europe, I started sending out resumes, started getting offers, and those offers just wasn't, they weren't competing with where I was wanting to go. They were entry level. In 30 years, I have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. I wasn't going in entry level, because I remember my first job, I was a supervisor over a unit of people coming out of college, knew nothing. I had a college degree, but I knew nothing. And there was this elderly lady, I would say older lady, who helped me. She actually did the work. I just got the paycheck, because she knew everything. She had been with EBSCO Industries for 20 years by the time I got there. And she knew everything about my section. So I relied on her, and she basically enjoyed helping me to look good, because I didn't know anything. But so coming out of college, basically, only thing you know is that you got a degree. You don't know how to go in and run any type of section. They should have gave me the janitorial, you know, clean this, clean that. But because I had a degree, I was able to go in and get a job that surpassed hers and made more than what she was making. So I was not going to do that coming to Fort Myers because I knew the value that I brought. So 32 years as a military wife came with a lot of experiences that you just can't buy. I have 2 nonprofit organizations that I successfully run from here in Southwest Florida. I've been doing them for over 20 years, so I know my stuff. So I wasn't going to settle for entry level. So I came upon this young lady who said, have you ever thought about a Mary Kay business? And I quickly said, nope, don't want to do that. I'm not a salesperson and I'm not that type of chick. And so I was like, okay. And she asked me if I would just give it a thought. I gave it a thought and it went away. But then I did research. So I like to find the in-depth things about things that I'm kind of considering. But because she asked me to tell her some reasons why, I just couldn't tell her a blanket reason. I had to have something that I actually had vetted. So I looked at the company and I found an African-American by the name of Gloria Mayfield Banks. I would love, love, love if you write that name down because you'll be thankful that I told you. She is no longer a part of Mary Kay, but she is a successful entrepreneur. She works with Ray Higdon and the like. So if you know Ray Higdon, you know where she is. And I ran across her and she told her story about how she started her Mary Kay business and where she was at this point. I'm like, okay, let me do some more research, did more research and saw that most Mary Kay women want to own a successful business, but sometimes they get caught up in, you know, the piddling of the business and forget that they have a business. So that became my focus. Okay, let me do this. I think that moms should be at home. This is a way that I could educate moms to have a business and be at home. I wish that I had been more open in my early years because I've been using Mary Kay since I was 12. So I knew how great the product was. I just didn't want a Mary Kay business until I found Gloria Mayfield Banks and she told her story and I became very interested. So now I am 8 years in. I have gone from an independent beauty consultant to now a sales director in Mary Kay, and it is one of the most proudest moments of my my journey because it has been something that many want, but few are willing to do the work to get to where you can say that you're a sales director. So my next place that I'm going is to a senior sales director, which means I have developed a young lady or a man, because I do have men on my team, to become sales directors. And my focus is truly on the family. Everyone in your family should be taking care of their skin right now. Even the youngest can be doing things to help make sure that they have skin that will be luminous in their mature age. Because of course, we've all heard that black doesn't crack. No, it don't crack, but it sure can look dull. And no one wants a dull looking skin. So we want to make sure that we're educated. I am educating on what's going to help you to make sure that in your, I don't have a problem telling my age. I'm 56. I want to make sure that everyone can look in the mirror and feel their skin and say, wow, it feels beautiful. Successfully, I've helped several of my customers come from the dermatologist where they thought that because they've got the degree and they've done all the studies that they're the best thing for their skin. But I promise you, if you allow me a consultation with your family and friends, I will get them running on Mary Kay because it is an amazing product. Like I said, I've been using it since I was 12. So here are some of the services. I'm trying to move this out of the way, but I can't move it. There we go. And now it's still in the way. Okay, so here are some of the services that I provide and what it is that I do. I'm going to go to a different screen so I can call them out by name because I don't want to miss any. So give me just a moment.
And I'm not sure if you noticed, but the slides aren't advancing on our side. You just see the initial one where it's saying independent sales director.
Okay, so you're seeing me and not the slides. I did all that work on the slide. Okay, so I'll continue to talk and we'll work on the next presentation to have slides ready and viewable. So some of the services that I provide is one-on-one consultations, group consultations. So that's you and your girlfriends. I have a small business owner that I work with that we do a painting session where I'm teaching skincare and you're painting and you're getting the full benefits of both of those experiences. Bridal consultations, that's a bride who wants to take care of her skin prior to the wedding, as opposed to just having the beat face, because once the makeup come off, I guarantee you I look the same. Ask my husband. But anyway, then we have groom's gathering. So that's for the male, because males should take care of their skin. You want to make sure that they are looking amazing on that special day. So we want to help them to do that as well. And then self-care. Self-care should be done by everyone. Like I said, teens and tweens, if you're sassy, you should be doing self-care. And seasons are my most enjoyable places, because the mature woman feels as if she has done everything and there's nothing left for her skin but to age gracefully. I tell you, no, it's not. This is the time when we should be putting in the extra work to get rid of some of the wrinkles, because most of the time it's not just the skin that's sagging, it's your expression lines. It's all those things that you do from the time you become a young adult to your seasoned area that you'll see that you have expression lines. Men have them, they don't want them as well. Then we have confident and classy. That's for that 20-something that's looking for building her confidence with her skincare and her makeup, because I think makeup is the cover-up that we don't have to use if we're confident in the skin that we all possess. And then the Mighty Men. Mighty Men is a session that's for men. They get to come in and experience skincare. And believe it or not, men are doing more skincare than most people think. That is one of the top increasing areas in skincare is men, especially those men who are rocking the beard. They want to make sure that it is looking nice. So I have something for everyone. And then there's gift giving for all occasions. If you can think of an occasion, no matter how small it is, I have a gift for you. And just because I know that Kai is in the area of real estate, I'll say my real estate baskets are amazing. So my husband tells me, and all of his associates. So there is always a place where I can have, sorry, this is not, okay, so that's not working. You guys just got me. So I want you to save the dates, but you can't see the dates. So I have some events that I do. I hold virtual, in-person, and hybrid. So I'm going to send the slide over to Clifford as a PDF so he can put it in the announcement that he's going to send out. And you'll get to see the upcoming dates that I have. I do have one-on-ones, and that's basically you and I getting together and figuring out what's your skin concerns, because everyone has a different concern. And then my unit is all across the 50 states because of my military experience and associations. I have consultants in mostly 38 different states that I try to get to and help them build their business. And I am a bold dreamer. So basically that is building our lives by design. So we get to design how often we want to work and what we want to work at as we work this Mary Kay business. So as I said, my mission, if I didn't say, is to educate, empower, and encourage your individual uniqueness with your Mary Kay business, and to live your best life having flexibility and financial stability. It's the way to the future. Everyone is looking for their something else, their second stream or third stream of income, and definitely Mary Kay can be that for you. How old you are is your business. How old you look is my business. Now let's make some connections. And that's it for me.
Thank you for that. So yeah, Zoom can be finicky as far as everything's going great and all of a sudden it's not. So yeah.
I heard a great
all go
quote
with it.
from my tech guy, and he says, computers are great until you start using them. And I was like, all right, because mine do, I practice this, I stayed up late doing this. I practiced on 2 different Zooms so I can make sure that it worked right. But next time we'll be in person, I'll do better.
We're gonna do some magic on that. So I still owe Kai a video, and I'll get a video together for you, and we'll get the slides incorporated and we'll get that loaded up. So it's on my list. I haven't forgot about you, Kai. And
Thank you. That was a great presentation. The fact that you knew it, that means that not only are you know your business, but you're confident in your business. So thank you.
Yeah, I need that.
Thank you.
yeah, I'm out of beard oil too, so I need to get some more. We need to sit down.
I
I
got
love your
you.
presentation. Your presentation was awesome. And I know all your slides didn't play, but you didn't miss a beat.
Thank
I thought that was
you.
pretty enjoyable. And it was really eye-opening because I did delve into that too. And I can't believe I was like 12 or 10 when I first tried Mary Kay because my cousin got into it. And you brought me back. Like your presentation is a story. And it's so nice when people can tell stories. That's a skill I would like to really build on, just freely being able to tell that story. It does bring somebody back and make you want to jump in and sell Mary Kay or go get you to come and do a one-on-one, you know?
And you know what, Myrtle, I want to just piggyback off something that you're saying. And that's what happens is that someone introduces a person to the amazing product, they get out of the business, and then that person can't find it. So they go back to what they can readily go to. So I always tell my customers that if I decide that I'm going to close my Mary Kay business, I am going to pass them along to one of my amazing associates that's going to take care of them. And that's what's missing, is that a person starts her Mary Kay or his Mary Kay business and decide that it's not working, and they have a customer base that they just skipped out on. How would you feel if someone just skipped out on? Yeah, you're going to trust no one that does that because it presents that this is what happens. And it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens too often. So it makes our journey as consultants harder when we come across someone who had someone that they trusted with their face and they skipped out on them, or they pay for products. I've heard the gamut of things that Mary Kay consultants have done. And when you pay for something, you want it. So that's why I carry an inventory. You can say, I can deliver to Clifford tomorrow his beard oil because I have an inventory that I want to satisfy my customers on demand, as opposed to, okay, let me take your order and I'll get it to you in 2 weeks. 2 weeks pass, and like, oh yeah, I still have to put in my order, but you got my money.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good business practice for anyone. If you say you have a business, you
No,
go
you're
into Walmart and take it off the shelf and go home.
Yeah.
So thank you for reminding me of that.
Mhm.
Good point.
Yeah,
Good point. So it's all about being professional. So everybody, please take some time to sit with Alesia outside the meeting. I'll add that to my third task, is get the directory updated, because we were doing great on it. But then when I did my computer upgrade, I lost the original files. I have to redo the entire thing. So I'll
I'm
get
here
those
to help. I'm here to
knocked
help.
out, so that way we can go ahead and get the contact information for everyone.
We have to run
we're gonna
this
get on that.
networking
We're gonna get on
together.
that.
Well, in the
Not a
meantime,
problem.
can she at least put her contact information in the chat so she can be reached?
Yes, I will do that. Let me
There you go.
figure out where is my chat is not even visible. Like,
Right.
okay, I got it. And I am on the directory that
So yeah,
Clifford
that.
is putting out, or that's on the DC page.
Yes, but the information is still there. So when you go to your agenda, at the bottom of it, you'll see the directory of the businesses that we had. We have a couple members that need to get their information updated on that, but for the most part, everybody that's there is available. So moving on to our next agenda item, being the wind down that's coming up May 30th. I've discussed with Kai and Ebony the NACA program, so we got to sit down again and walk that through to make sure we have the good broad strokes for that. And that's going to dovetail into the community land bank. So that's essentially going to be our pipeline, and that'll give us our that'll give us our potential pool of homeowners. So that way, once a house is complete, we pick from this pool and move them into a house. So got that. Go ahead.
Because this is should be one of the most well-attended ones that we have done. I think, Joe, if you could start putting together the flyer, we should start presenting it, because I think it's going to be good information for that community, so that they can come out and see what the land bank is going to be about. Get some skeleton information and how we're going to help line them up with that.
Okay, so on the flyer, should I mention the land bank on the flyer?
I'm going to say no, Clifford, for this reason, because we haven't met with and now when we get closer and after we've spoken to Christy and the crew over there at Lighthouse, then we can probably put something out. But right now, this is just getting them interested and we can have those conversations about what we are doing when we pass them out or tag them individually. So I'm going to say when you post it on social media, DM someone that is interested, because what happens is that when we
Right.
we talk to someone in that big arena, we don't get that back and forth. But if you DM someone that liked the flyer, you kind of give them some background of what's going to happen and how they don't want to miss it, because Ebony and Kai are going to be bringing
Right.
so much valuable information.
Got it.
And the working name of the program is just a home ownership program, HOP for short.
Home ownership program.
Correct. So we're going to be focusing on a home ownership program. And then once we officially do the land bank, it'll be the CLB HOP. So the Community Land Bank Home Ownership Program. Unless somebody has a better name, that's what I've come up with.
Let's hop to it.
Exactly.
What was the name? Repeat that again.
The Home Ownership Program, the HOP.
The hop.
So once we HOP, HOP.
Home
Okay,
ownership
hop.
program. Okay.
Right.
Hop on it, right? Yeah, hop on it.
Exactly. So we'll have the HOP. And that's what we have for that. Outside of that, we do need to, I'm going to reach out to Lighthouse today because we haven't heard anything from the attorneys and they've been reviewing the information over last week. So we'll see when we can go ahead and schedule the next meeting. Now we do have our end of the quarter meeting coming up on the last Tuesday of this month, which is next week. So clear your schedule so we can all get together on Tuesday and work on our next order of business and plan of action for the next quarter.
Hey, Clifford,
right.
give me Christy. I'll reach out to Christy. You do the,
Okay.
You go in lobby. I'll reach out to Christy and see what's going on.
Perfect. That works. Thank you for doing that. So go from there. And then other general discussion announcements. Make a note, reach out to lawyer for
And just so that we
CLB.
keep it consistent, we want to keep it on a Thursday. So, right?
Correct. Yeah. If she's available Thursday, great. If she's not, great. Alesia is going to do that. And then we have
When you reach out to the attorneys, Clifford, is there any way you can have Ebony and I there, just so if it's real estate related, we can question them with certain.
We're gonna this right now at this stage, they're just determining if it's going to be if we should do a corporation or a trust. So once we actually get to the next stage where we have to go to the bylaws and the requirements, I think a trust is going to come up to play. So we're going to need real estate requirements on that stage. That's where you guys are going to be integral as far as the flow, the process, what we need to know, what we can do, and everything. But we're going to determine that after the next meeting. So, because we have to outline what are going to be the requirements to be a part of the program, stay in the program, how the process works. And we have to actually, I think we have to write out a lot of that as far as the overall business plan and how the program works.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to need more on that, the next stage, not this direct one. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So, but yeah, you're definitely
make plans to be when we schedule the meeting, at that meeting where she's going to tell us, and any questions that you may have that has to do with real estate, then this is just where she's going to tell us whether we're going to do this or that, and then we're going to start the planning of the actual program and how it looks.
right. So
And she's a real estate attorney, right?
Contract attorney.
So she has an alliance with a real estate, because we were looking for an African-American real estate attorney, and in the area there are none. So she is a contract attorney who has a relationship with a real estate attorney. So she has someone who she can get information from. So if we find that we definitely need a real estate attorney, then we may have to go outside of the scope of what we wanted. And I don't have a problem with that, but I like the way that we're trying to make sure that we are just what we say we are. We're representing Black-owned businesses. So she has the connection with a real estate attorney who she trusts. And outside of this, I've always trusted her. So this is Clifford telling me that he hadn't heard back from her, kind of.
No, the process wasn't as smooth as I had anticipated. I did hear back, but it just didn't go quickly or
Right.
smoothly.
Right. I am a communication person. I know people text and all that great stuff, but I like to talk to people voice when it's business. And text is what my second go-to thing. So if you call me, you're most likely going to get me before you start sending me a text. And I feel that a communication should be had. So I'm just going to reach out to her as a friend, because we are friends and have been, and we came to Fort Myers at the same time. So I'm just going to say, what's going on, Christy? What you doing over there at Lighthouse?
Right. All right. And then outside of that, Miss Myrtle is working on our radio spot. So she'll let us have that ad and know what that's going to sound like before we go everything. So I'll and Myrtle, we got to get you. Oh, Myrtle's not here
She's
yet.
off.
She had to leave, but we got to get her added to the Slack. Kai, have you got your invite to the Slack?
No, you never sent me an invite. Like, you told me to download Slack. I did, but
And we didn't follow up. That's on me. I'm gonna send you an invite right now to the group. You know me, I start doing something, then I do something else, and I forgot the first thing I was doing.
no, you're
All right,
fine. I forgive you.
Thank you. You're so kind.
You owe her some of that hot
Where's
juice.
the invite? Right?
Exactly.
Add teammates. There we go. Share link to message. Boom. Okay. So I just sent you that. So that you should be able to see the Slack and get you in that, and we'll go ahead and post there. All right. So, and then Kai, we still need to sit down together. We never did get that follow-up meeting for the end of month one for the checklist.
Yes,
So-
and I told you a day and time, but you
end of
keep
the month?
wanting to. If you can
Well, I
help
keep-
me finish my problem statement, then I'll meet with you sooner.
All right. We're gonna do that. When I get back in town, I'll be in town Wednesday, but I have another thing on Thursday, Friday or Monday, which is actually, you said the 28th anyway. So it's a bit like the 28th. So let's plan on the 28th, because we want to do a group meeting with everybody for end of the quarter anyway. So let's just keep the 28th date, and we'll just make that Tuesday.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So yeah, everybody be ready for next Tuesday. We need to do a planning meeting for everything. So everybody see what you do to clear your schedule for next Tuesday. And we'll all get together and hash out details and plans and do more on land bank stuff. Bless you, Alesia.
Thank you.
And knock out a bunch of things all at once. So next Tuesday is our big planning meeting. All right, so
That's a travel day for me. So I'll be
Okay.
out of the area, but I'll be available on Zoom. So I'm going to take care of some business in another state.
Okay, perfect. All right. Outside of that, we're at our final 5 minutes. So open discussion. Any particular topics outside of group information or any other discussion?
I do have a question for Mr. Musignac. So when are you wanting our shout outs or our little brief discussion or whatever we're doing for the Kingdom Press? Is that something that we are putting on the back burner, or should we send that to you personally or put it in the Slack? How do you want that delivered?
As soon as possible.
Okay, to you at your email?
Yeah.
Can you tell the email or put it in the chat?
We can do life designers. Actually, subscribe at kingdompressnews.com.
Got it.
All right. And as a side note to that, I did start working with ChatGPT to make bios for everybody, and I thought they came out really well, but I never split them up and sent them to you individually. I start a bunch of things, people.
I'm gonna start hounding. Do that, so it might give me a jump off.
Yes. It's I'm telling you, ChatGPT is a wonderful resource when you learn to do it. It's not difficult, and it's a bunch of little things that it can knock out for you. So I'm putting a send chat.
The end of the year, getting an assistant.
I just hired one who is part-time, and I was waiting on another venture Mr. Clifford is working on to hire from the those kids who have turned out of.
For the
I still have a spot for them. I'm keeping one open for when we get that going.
all right, foster program.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Another thing I was gonna bring up, I know we're waiting to meet with the attorney and all that good stuff, but there was like an opportunity. It's still active, but it's in Buckingham. It's an acre. It's zoned as AG, which is agriculture, and there's several different dwellings on the property, a home, and then 2 other structures. If we can plan for the next meeting, where if something comes up immediately, like how can we like jump on that?
How much is
That
that?
it was $350 for over an acre in Buckingham and 3 different structures on that. We could start our home, renovate the property and start the home thing.
Yeah.
That doesn't come every day. 350 is usually just for the land. This one already had 3 homes on it.
Can you send the group that information?
How many addresses are associated with it, Kai?
How many? Just one address.
So we could split it up, split that acre up, rezone it.
I mean, you would have to go back to, zoning, permitting and all that stuff. But I'm just saying for like, let's say people needed to rent, if we wanted to start the renting process, at least we can get them into something.
You put 2 additional.
That's a deal just in itself.
Yeah. You saw my eyes go.
Yeah.
So I know Wes had been talking about us doing something like that. So Wes, let's go ahead and develop that further so we can actually have a plan of action for an interim time until the land bank is fully coalesced.
Yes.
Because you can transfer it over if that's.
How long is it? Has it been available?
It wasn't available for that long. I think it was just like less than a week.
Yeah, something like that.
Doesn't stay available long.
Do we know the detail on the homes, like what square footage plus the land?
The land is an acre, and the home, I'm gonna send it to you in the group pretty soon, so you guys can at least look at it on Zillow.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Put that on the chat.
Yeah. But yeah, an opportunity like that, I don't want to miss out again. Because opportunities always come, even though the market is still higher than what it needs to be. This one, from the description, it was an elderly lady that just needed to sell the property. So
right. So yeah, we definitely got to get something together in the interim. In the future, just buy it yourself and we'll work out the details later.
Just do that, Kai girl. You got it.
We'll get you back. We're good for it.
We got you.
But
it's recorded, so you have all of this to say, oh, you got me?
Right.
That's true.
Oh, speaking of recordings, I did get the week before last updated to YouTube. I've got to get last week's updated to YouTube, and that way I'm going to get more consistent as far as uploading the meetings to YouTube. It's just a matter, it takes about a half hour just to download and upload, and I didn't have that block of time to do all of it. So we got that going on. All right. Anything else? Last 2 minutes?
I feel proud of all of you. We stayed on time. We are good. Normally we need 5 more minutes. We need 10 more minutes. And so I'm just gonna say that I am very proud that you need to go lobby a lot. No, I'm just kidding.
Right? So believe me, I don't want to turn into one of these swamp creatures out here, So you get too comfortable lobbying a lot. But thank you all for everything. And on that note, I will see you all when I get back in town.
All right. Good
Safe
day, guys.
travels.
Have a good day,
Have a
guys.
great day.
Hey,
Go out there and
guys.
make that money. Get that bag. All right.